and the artist, and it's just insane to be us. Hello gangsters and gangstettes, it is your girl D here from ScribbliBits. In case you're new to my channel, my name is D. Like I said before, I am an artist, well, comic artist I should say. I have a webtoon called After Yesterday. It's currently unfinished, but that's a story for another video. It's hard to explain the backstory for it. I'm working on that video because I do want to tell that story. But basically, if you want to read it in its entirety, you can go check out my Instagram, which is at ScribbliBits, my Twitter at ScribbliB, and my Tumblr, which is also at ScribbliBits. And you'll also see a bunch of behind the scenes stuff on my Tumblr, because that's basically what my Tumblr is. It's like the resting place for all my sketches that nobody cares about. And also, if you go on my social media, you'll see more artwork and other fun stuff. Alright guys, let's just jump right into this video. So this video is going to be the first episode of a series of videos about making a webtoon. So if you're watching this video, you're probably I don't know why I did that. You're probably like one of 3 different types of people when it comes to making comics. The first type of person is like writers, people that write. If you're a writer, you're either like, you ever have like a friend that you're partnering with who's doing all the art, or you hired someone that's also going to do the art with you. And for writers, I just want to tell you that you are completely valid. That's okay. It's okay if you can't draw. Drawing is a skill that takes time to learn, and you probably have an idea that's in your heart, and that's okay. You can make comics too. There are tons of artists out there that would love to be a freelance? Yeah. Love to freelance for you. The second type of person is artists. Artists are people, well, I don't know how to explain this, but they're just people that they draw. They're people that get hired by writers to draw their comics. They're either storyboarders or thumbnailers, or they do the coloring, or they do the inking, and they can also partner with their friends to also create comics and stuff. Yeah. And the third type of person are the crazy people that think they can do everything. So they're both the writer and the artist, and it's just insane to be us basically, because I'm the third type of person. I do it all. I write and I draw, and it's fun. It's fun. It's stressful, but it's just great to be us basically. Constantly having mental breakdowns at like 2 o'clock in the morning because you're writing and you're also drawing at the same time, and you're trying to figure out plot points but also trying to figure out perspective. It's just great to be us. But basically what I want to say is, regardless of what type of person you are when it comes to making comics, this series is going to be for you. Because like I said, I'm the third type of person. I'm both a writer and I'm also an artist. So I will be able to show the process for basically everyone, and I'll be trying my hardest to show everything. It's going to probably be a little hard, but I'll be trying really hard to show everything that's going to happen in this process of making a webtoon. I don't think I've explained this, but basically throughout the series, I'm going to be creating a webtoon along with you guys, and by the end of this, we're going to have a webtoon together. Yeah. I was like, did that make sense? I think it made sense. Together we'll have a webtoon, and it'll just be fun. So this episode is about concepts. So what is a concept? Google says a concept is an abstract idea or a general notion. So what did I just say? Basically what I said is a concept is literally just the idea of what your story is going to be about. Now, if this is your first comic or your first webtoon or your first manga even, the best advice I would give you is to say, make it brief. A lot of times people want to create their series for the first time. They want it to be this big overarching One Piece, Naruto, Bleach like series, and it's just like, no sweetie, don't do that. Make it simple, make it easy on yourself, because making comics is like a marathon, and if you don't have the training, like you can't run a marathon without training. The same goes for comics. You can't make comics without having previous experience making comics. Like comics are kind of like a cake. Like there's layers, okay? The top of the cake is like your magnum opus, but you need to make the bottom of your cake, which is like a little slice of life story first. You got to keep layering up until you eventually get to that holy grail of the series that you want to make. So I know you're probably like, ooh, I have this great idea. But 9 times out of 10, if you go straight for your magnum opus, and if you go for that first without going for like the more simpler plots, you're probably gonna experience really bad burnout, and you're probably gonna give up really easily, because I don't want to discourage anybody, but making comics is hard. It's so hard, but it's so rewarding. It's time consuming. It's very disheartening at times, because you can spend hours creating something and then you look and you realize, oh shit, I only have like a page done and I've spent like 5 hours. That's just how it is. So that's my rant on making concepts. So when you want to make your concept, you want to make it to be short and brief, and not every concept needs to be detailed. I always say a good story has like 4 components. It has concept, themes, characters, and world building. Those are like the 4 main ones. Of course, there's other things that makes a good story, but those are the 4 I like to focus on. So for this video, we're just gonna focus on the concept. Okay. What makes a good concept? A good concept is a concept that, I'm just saying concept way too much. Sorry. But a good concept is a concept that both explains what the series is about without getting into the nitty gritty, okay? It's basically like the cliff notes to your series. Like imagine if your series had a cliff note page. That's basically what your good concept should be. It's basically like a little summary of what it's about without explaining like plot twists and character developments, just a general idea of what it's about. And that's how to make a good concept or good idea. Now, how to make one, it's a little bit challenging, because this is all really up to you. It's really like, what is something you're inspired by? Because I know a lot of times in our community, or like in the writing community, it's kind of like people want to be original. People want to make like great works, and they spend so much time like thinking about like, whoa, what is my idea that's gonna make me famous? How I'm gonna make this original great idea that no one else has thought before. But I just want to tell you that if you have that mindset, don't have that mindset. Basically, I'm gonna tell you that if you have that mindset, that's not really the best way to think about when you're creating a story, because the quote that there's no original thoughts is so true when it comes to making stories, because there is no such thing as an original thought. Nothing is original. Everything has been created before or thought of before. And if you feel like, oh, I really want to make like My Hero Academia, go for it. Make your version of what you think My Hero Academia would be, because make it, because what you create is going to be you. You're gonna put your whole heart and soul into this, and that's what you really need to do when you're creating a webtoon or creating a comic or a manga, because no one else is going to care the way you care about this series, because no one else is going to be putting in the time, the effort. No one else is going to be losing sleep over this. No one else is going to be having mental breakdowns, anxiety attacks, and all this stuff for your series. No one else is gonna care as much as you do. This is your child. So if you want to make a series that's like a concept that's already an idea, I would say just go for it. Like, there's tons of concepts out there that like you could put your own twists to. You can tell your own story that way. Of course, you can't directly you can't directly just make a complete knockoff of it, but you can still make it your own original thing by taking inspiration. A lot of times what I like to do is when I have something that's really inspired by something, I take like 2 things that I like and I just like make a little fusion baby of it, so people won't be like, that's inspired by something. Like, inspiration is a sin. But that's another way to avoid all those rude comments that people will get if you took inspiration from something, because people want to act like they weren't inspired by something, but the truth is we're all inspired by something to create something. So it's time to tell you about my series and what my concept is. Hi guys, so this is I guess it's like editing D. So yeah, I look like this because yesterday I had an epiphany, and look, I don't really have to record this, but I am, because I want to be transparent with the process. I don't really need to wear my earbuds because I was just editing. But I just wanted to say that in the video, I'm probably going to take it out, but I'll start talking about how my concept is going to be about like monsters in high school. That's no longer the case anymore, basically, for my webtoon. The new concept I'm working with it's been actually really hard to explain. I've been thinking about how I'm going to say the concept, which kind of help you guys out when making your own concept, is that sometimes it's going to be hard to explain, but you should be able to explain it. If that makes any sense. It just makes it more helpful. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I probably am not, but I never do. I'm really bad at instructing. I'm really bad at instructing. So my new concept is about tropes, and yeah. It's about tropes and making fun of popular tropes in anime and in cartoons and in storytelling and all that good stuff. And there's a main cast, the main 5. So it follows the main character, his love interest, the heart, the comic relief, the smart person. I don't know if they actually have a name or not, but those are the names I'm going with. I just have to do a bunch of research. But that's my concepts. I don't know if I mentioned this in the video. I probably did. I probably should have listened, but I didn't. So I'm planning to launch this August 21st. So I'm recording this the day. I'm such a bad YouTuber. But I'm not even gonna say the date. You guys are just gonna pretend like I actually don't wait until the last minute to edit, okay? Also, I'm sorry if the video is kind of tilted. My tripod is weird and broken, so it's like on a tilt, so please forgive me. I know it's really irking me while I edit the video because I have to look at it tilted, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm trying the launch date is going to be August 21st. That's what I'm pushing for, and I already have a name for it, but you don't really need a name when you're just conceptualizing something. You don't need to work on a name, but I have a name for this idea. It's called Tropes. It's about making fun of tropes. It's about main 5s, power of friendship, all that good stuff. And yeah, I've talked enough right here because they're already at 3 minutes. I'm gonna take it back to the video to do the outro because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take out a majority of the video because I don't know. I just started editing. I'm not even gonna tell you what date it is because y'all gonna be mad at me if I tell you what date it is and I've already started editing. So, but that's my concept. If you're really having struggle with come up with a really good concept, another idea I used to do a lot, it was, well, I don't want to say it was, because this is actually how I came up with the idea of After Yesterday, was I used a random story generator, or actually I think I used on Instagram, it's called writing prompts, and I actually used a writing prompt for it, because I think the prompt was, it was like the end of the world's ending, and I don't really remember the prompt. I just remember it like being like, the world's ending, and I think I just took it. I think I just took that prompt, and I was like, the world's ending and you sleep with your boss, but it turns out the world didn't end, and now you're just stuck. now you're still working there, and you have to deal with your boss, and it's just awkward. In case you guys didn't know, that's the plot of After Yesterday. But making a concept, it's difficult, but it's one of those steps you have to get through to make a comic, and I believe you can do this. You got this, okay? If you're watching this video, you're going through the process and the steps of creating a webtoon, and I'm very, very proud of you, and I'm so happy that you're making something, because a lot of people, they have all these ideas and they never go through with it. But if you're watching this video, you're deciding that I'm going to go through with this, and I'm very proud of you. But if you're really struggling with your concept, just know that you're not alone, and what I'm going to do, like I said before, is to comment down below, what's your concept, what's your idea that you want to work with. Remember, it doesn't need to be detailed. Also, encourage each other, hype each other up, and I guess that's the end of the video. Yeah, end of the video, guys. Woo, you made it. I hope this video isn't too long. But if you did watch this video, make sure to subscribe so you can become a gangster and gangsta today and join my gang. And I also just want to say, live your best life, and see you in the next video. I'm gonna try very hard to post every Monday, but if I don't put it out every Monday, expect a video on Thursdays too. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment something positive, hype each other up, and I love you guys. Live your best life. Bye. Swampy.